Hello everyone, and welcome to the Global Biz Apps Weekend 2021 powered by D365 Champs. It's day one today, and we hope you are doing well and keeping safe. I am Preeti Pipalia, moderating this session along with Shalini Goyal. This session is presented by Deepesh Somani. Deepesh will be talking about industry trends in Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. A little more about Deepesh. He is the co-founder at Dynamicity. That's our sole sponsor for this annual event. He is also an author, blogger, and an extremely passionate community leader at D365 Champs. He has always been driving the community towards excellence with the single motto of sharing and learning. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Dynamicity for their extensive support at this event and in every initiative by Dynamics 365 Champs community, which is run by the techies for the techies. It's our pleasure to have you and always have your helping hand for the community, Dipesh and Dynamicity. Before I hand over the session to Dipesh, I would like to mention that if you have any queries, please feel free to drop it in the chat window. We will take them either during the session or, if possible, during the Q&A time. Thank you again for joining and enjoy the session. Dipesh, over to you.
Hello, everybody. It has been like a lot of hours that you have been connecting in. I'm Deepesh. I'm just gonna spend some time with you talking about the sponsor session. And Dynamicity as an organization has always been happy to support any of the community initiatives, including D365 Champs, where I have had the luck along with another co-founder in the company, Vivek, who has run it as a backbone for a very long time now, right, along with the other leads. The community is intended for shared learning, but as and when we require sponsor support, we have always been there to support the community. This is a sponsor session, so I'm going to talk about technology. We have been hearing a lot about technology. I'm also going to talk about some of the learnings I have had in my journey as Dynamicity and along with community learnings. But I'm also going to talk about certain challenges and how this particular event has shaped up and then continue on. So consider it a mix of community, since I have also had the hat of a co-founder here as a co-founding member or champ at D365 Champs. While learning is important, and at the same time, I'm also going to talk about some of our offerings that we have developed over the period while learning, right? So feel free to ask your queries. That's the intention of this session, to learn. I'm going to talk a bit about Dynamicity as an organization. Now we are into our fifth year. We just started it as a group of techies who wanted to learn, wanted to deliver some good things on the way. We have really come some path on that, right? So a bit about us, who we are. So we have had our expertise only specific in Microsoft Dynamics since 2007. So there used to be a version of Dynamics CRM which we used to call 4.0. My first project personally was CRM 3.0 to 4.0 migration. I don't know, it must be 12 or 13 iterations of the product till we come to Power Platform, right? So XRM back in the days, Power Platform in the new world, and we have been just doing Dynamics 100 plus tailored experience between the two founders at the company, 20 plus years, 150 plus implementations headed by each of us. We have had many industries and purely based on the business need. So traditionally, Dynamics is only about certain things, right? We talk about customer data, we talk about business application, but we have gone ahead and implemented it in so many heads, right, by this stage. What is our vision? Our vision has always been to architect and implement practical and proven business specific solutions, right? Not only in the, we are never restricting ourselves only by, okay, hey, we are only going to talk about customer data, but whatever is the need of the hour, and if this platform, it's a beautiful platform altogether. We intend to listen, understand, and provide the customers with cost-effective Dynamics implementations. Of course, lately it has been more of Power Platform implementations. Our mission is also to have technical leadership, solution capabilities, and project management for 365 platform, as well as Dynamics 365 platform, as well as Power Platform. We have been transforming the business, and the same mission carries when we support community, including D365 Champs community. Without an effective kind of combination of community, I don't think ever the things are going to be possible. And what is community? Community is Microsoft. Community is partners. Community is also uh, the consultants that who come in, the engineers who want to start, and even the new fresh blood that we support through initiatives in CHAMS such as Empower, right? Community is everybody, and sharing is really caring. So that's what we want to envision when you want to transform and you're passionate about the technology, you want to support it in all possible ways, right? What has been our expertise? Our expertise has been 30 plus years combined between me and the other co-founder on just business solutions experience. I've held the MVP area or arena or part of been a privilege to be part of MVP family for some time now. And then it all just started by me learning, not able to find something. I always say in each session, I just started with one blog, and that blog was just like maybe in 2012 or 13, and around some time that idea clicked to me, right? When I didn't, when finding information used to be so difficult, and now we have so many sessions happening in the same day. We have come to that kind of a time. And we have experience integrated in different business solution as well. A bit about me. I've been in the business application space since 2015 as an MVP year on year, trying to contribute as and when I can in my different ways. I've been co-founder at Dynamicity. We are specifically experts in business applications, CRM, ERP, and low-code domain. When I say low-code, we talk not about Power Platform. We also talk about center of excellence kind of scenarios. That's where you can start. And we had session today where we talked about CO kits. We have actually used that in a customized way for some of our engagements, and we have created our own kind of thing, which can be starter kit as well as you can keep maintaining it over a period of time. I'm going to briefly talk about that, how it can be used. I have authored few books on the way. I've been a community enthusiast since 2011 and 12. I'm a tech podcaster on Power Advice. You can listen in. It talks about technology, some different things that we all face on a day-to-day basis. There are sometimes guests from Champs and elsewhere on it. I had to pause it during April time period. I had during the second wave of India. I also had COVID. It was on pause. I'll be coming back with it soon enough. And then I have been tech YouTuber on Power of D365. There are almost 70 plus videos with a lot of contents which you can use for your own learnings. And there are different playlists that I do from time to time. And I am also one of the co-founder at the D365 Champs community. That's a privilege to work alongside all these 10, 11 great organizers from across the globe. Few of the things that we have held on the way are top 100 Serum Blog, MCT based organization, MVP backed organization, and there have been some good books on the way as well. If you want to ever learn about Dynamics 365, I recommend you. I've been authoring on this since Dynamics CRM 2016. I'm shortly going to come up with something on Power Platform side as well. Now let's talk about industries in transition, right? It's a very important concept. You're going to hear, you're going to see less of content on my slides and more of talking, and wherever we go and what do we really see in terms of what's being happening in the world right now at this stage. So I'm going to talk about industry trends in Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, and it is very important for us to understand the layman way, right, how it is impacting the industry. So traditionally, if you see over here, and I will use my laser pointer to just show, traditionally a surgery would need to be done something like that, right? Or no? Now, if I give you a HoloLens, and today Praveen came over and just said that HoloLens is now even going to be launched in India. It is already in so many geographies. You wear a HoloLens and you guide somebody to do that surgery, you save a life, right? So traditionally, we talk about dynamics in terms of customer data. Let's open up our eyes or our ears and see the world in a different way, hear the things in a different way, and think through that. We are really living in an era in the last 2 years where digital transformation has been really at heart of the way humans have evolved. Forget, I'm not even going to say businesses have evolved, right? It has been really human. How are we connecting with each other today? This is a virtual medium, right? So it has been a privilege that the technology has come to the evolution that had helped us to connect today to learn. For example, traditionally you walk into a store and nobody notices your visit, right? It is just going in. What if we can connect this up using the Dynamics 365 commerce solution, and we can track this visit, and then I can know in, okay, you made a purchase online later, omni-channel experience, right? A true omni-channel, not just in terms of customer service. I went in through this channel for trying to sell and see it, and but I ended up purchasing in a web portal. Why? Probably because I gave a voucher there. And what if I can give a real time solution in which, as soon as you are closing in on a store and you're stopping by, and I give you a voucher on your phone or your my XYZ kind of store app or a portal, right? Want to turn it into the store? Yes, you will. So we are living in that era where the dynamics and business application suite of product is able to support to us those kinds of things. We used to sign things. We have all used pen control, as simple thing as the pen control, which just does not take much. In one of our recent implementations as well, we are building something like that, right? To have signing done in an e-signing way. What about the way assembly lines are built, right? So if today I have to solve a problem and there's a technician who's living in US in the remote period or the corona period, how I'm going to make that person travel? What if they had something like this to assist them, right? In and we all know which space I'm talking about here. So there is remote assist at play now in the business applications arena. When we talk about the store selling, what about a store where we can just sell directly without the need to actually maintain anybody, and we can just automate completely everything using the power of AI, right? And using the power of automation. Assembly line automations, what amount of space it can and what amount of energy, effort, and human time can be saved and optimization be achieved by doing assembly line automations. And then of course medical arena that I also talked about. So traditionally we don't think about dynamics in that way or business application in that way, but it's about time that this platform is at such a evolved stage that we have to think in the non-traditional domain as well, right? We as Dynamicity excel in both arenas, the traditional play, which is business applications, as well as the non-traditional play. Now I'm going to give an introduction to this a bit. Digital disruption is what the term is, right? So digital disruption is really forcing every company and industry today to reimagine themselves. And what better disruption could have been digitally than the remote time or the COVID time, right? So a huge part of this transition is about reinventing how your business will engage with their customers and their business process and take advantage of data and intelligence. It took us internally as an organization a period of 15-20 days to completely go remote or into a hybrid model, right? As soon as the COVID breaks got hit in the last few years, right? And that's kind of the transition we are talking about. Digital disruption is pretty important and it has only accelerated with the problem. It is good. It is true that whenever humanity faces a problem, that's the time humanity has come with their biggest possible solutions, right? And biggest possible inventions. And believe me, I am an avid reader. I find that the last few years have been very challenging for us as humanity, but we have really come together as a technology set of experts as well. I really believe we are all COVID warriors as well, back supporting all this business application using the wonderful tool that is Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Azure, and the greater Microsoft Cloud. No, data is bigger than oil. Data is now bigger than oil. In traditional days, we used to say oil is the biggest commodity in the world. Not anymore. Data is really the biggest thing that is out there at the moment. And data can range from a IoT alert, which can be from a connected device or a customer asset sitting in one of the premises, which I am supporting. Two, data can be a big transformation, or it can be big data, or it can be customer insights, or it can be sales insights. It can also be totally a AI model running and giving me a parameter out. And it can be tons of LOB application or line of business application transformed into Microsoft Cloud or third-party service and offerings integrated into the cloud, where I get some intelligent Power BI analytics out, right? That all is data, right? It can be as simple a thing which is like connected field device or a IoT alert being raised from there. To it can be something as big as a decision making thing like a insight, right? And all this can now connect in, and we can do most of the things in low code and configurable ways. Let's take some examples of industry reinventing themselves, right? Retail industry. Take example for retail industry. It's a great example of reinventing itself with the new customer experiences integrated across marketing, online sales, in-store sales, and merchandising, right? And manufacturing is also innovating. Manufacturing is innovating in what way? It is a streamlined production with connected products. With advances in technology, we are seeing the focus of healthcare, the third domain that I have listed there, moving from disease control and management to proactive wellness. How many contact tracing apps were built just by Power Platform in the last few years? Many, right? And we ourselves were there to support at least a reporting engine where we were able to drill down from the WHO service and just use it a custom connector in and then drill down and see real-time reporting. And we could have given that solution to any organization or customer base for just free. Financial services, the traditional player is seeing the end of banking hours as consumer demand access to their funds 24 cross 7 from any location and from any device, right? We all do banking in that way. If you're specifically from India, don't you use UPI? Have you not scanned a QR code today? So we are living in the era of end of banking hours. We are already living in it for ages, right? Now, what is the impact to the organization of all this? There are a lot of impacts on the organization as a resultant of whatever I just talked about from the different industry perspective and the way industry is channeling itself. One is omni-channel applications, turning single interactions into recurring engagements. How do you turn your single interaction into a recurring engagement? And what do I mean by turning a single interaction into a recurring engagement? Let me circle back to a few slides back where I was visually showing you. I just visited the store 10 years back and nothing will happen. And I go to the online portal and web used to be there that time as well. But you would not connect in the thing that I made the visit to the store against the online purchase I made and the voucher that I took. Now imagine I have customer insights being put up over there, right? And then I connect in my data of an in-store visit. I tag you as a customer. I connect in and I connect that in. Maybe I have given you a free Wi-Fi, but the moment you connect in, I've taken an entry of you that you have made an in-store visit, and I can log those right internally using technology. I take it to a database which I have then integrated and I created a unified profile. Then I have also seen that you have made an in-store purchase. That means you logged in and you made an in-store purchase. On top, I also go in and see that I have actually gone in and used a voucher, right? So the moment I'm there in this kind of an arena, I'm trying to connect in. I'm basically trying to connect in all those things and then getting a omni-channel true application and I'm getting the interactions. Now, what do I do on the basis of that? I connect this into Power BI and I get real-time analytics so that I can connect those dots and make your this particular arrangement into a recurring arrangement, right? Another thing I can do on top, not only just connect Power BI and get a reporting thing out, I can take this Power BI into a Canvas app out there and that can be leveraged by everyone, right? Including the salesperson in the store. Oh, that happened. Cool. The next time this person visits and if he makes or she makes an in-store purchase, I can give the site conversation to that person. The next best actions, right? That's what I'm talking about. Recurring. To make something recurring, we need to learn from it. Now, this interaction has to be learned over a period of time. I can apply Azure machine learning algorithms and predict. I would be able to predict, and that prediction I can even use in Power Automate. As soon as you logged in, I have triggered some Power Automate scenarios, and I am able to predict, okay, yeah, this person or this particular individual might be doing this if I give a voucher in real time, maybe in an in-store or online as soon as for certain category of items. You can get to that true nature of omni-channel application. And I'm seeing that happening more and more with organizations who are trying to adopt to the business applications cloud from Microsoft, along with the overall integrated Microsoft cloud offerings. Intelligent services providing a perspective guidance to drive better business outcomes. I just took that example during when the salesperson get data on that Canvas app, which is generated from a machine learned model. Maybe they can make the intelligent conversations than just giving me random things and get a better outcome for themselves, right? In store. Or that can be a bot integrated in and going in, right? How many of us have not used a bot, but just by show of hands? If you're an avid user of Teams, how many of you have not used a chat bot in some way in the past few years? Just show of hands, we'll get an idea. Okay, nobody has used a chat bot. One. Well, if you are two, three. Yeah, so if I really give proper time and everybody to tap in, we have used a bot for sure, right? Now the bot can use a low-code technology like Power Automate and integrate into anything, right? That's the arena we live in. Nobody is really looking for you to come in and do everything from scratch. Thank you for the ones who raised hands, especially the leads, to back support. But we are really living in the era of this intelligent services, which can be a human or it can be somebody as simple as who are coming into the platform and we want to power a bot. Today, Rachel took a session around Power Virtual Agent. That's the Power Platform solution to build such a bot. Okay, integrated cloud platform, unifying the people, process, and data for a 360-degree view of customer and operations. Now, the omnichannel application example that I took, if you were really hearing that on, right, which was not very visual, which was more of show and tell, you must have understood that what an integrated cloud platform can bring, right? Now, I can give you some statistics. The organizations who are trying to adopt platforms such as commerce integrated into insights have had outcomes as well, because we are all looking for return of investment. When we have gone internally to our customers and evaluated it, there is a 10 to 15% increase on the revenue, right? Why it won't be? I'm standing in front of a store looking at an outlet and you give me an intelligent voucher right there. Real time marketing. We're talking about arena of real time marketing. Flexible solutions. Today, whatever you build, and if you use the best practices, and many people talk about the best practices, including Krishna in one of the sessions, right? What not to do in a Power App today. Enable the businesses to scale. And just before me, David talked about Power BI, right? So if you use it with scale and the Microsoft recommendations and with what we recommend to you, let's say as a provider, Dynamicity recommends to you, you can really enable your business to scale and thrive under change. And the biggest constant in business is change. Let me tell you, after doing just dynamics and business application for almost 12 years. Now I'm going to talk about some of the case studies we have developed in different areas, right? So first one which I'm going to talk about is a financial service arena, because I had said about industry trends, and what better way than show what we have done in the last 4 to 5 years, right? So most of the names will not be out there except for some partner organization names, which are the premium players in that space. In financial service arena within India, there was an example of a support that we did. Initially, we started with support, right? And then we built the native custom mobile app, and this is before Power Platform time, right? If there was a really Power Platform at play, we would have utilized that. There was a really old version of on-premise Dynamics, I think 2013, if I'm honest, right? CRM 2013. They needed to support in rural belts of India a truly mobile offline experience, right? And you can go out of any city just 40 kilometers out and you will see that there is either offline, there is 2G or nothing. We tried various models, and later on the Dynamicity team builds its own accelerator in this arena in a low bandwidth situation, how to really connect to Dynamics, and that to on-premise edition, put it out there through IFD. As part of the safety measures of that organization, we couldn't directly use the IFD, so we had to build a middleware layer, which did as well. And we built that integrations. That particular implementation won the innovation award within the organization, a very big house within India. Major telco instruments and application provider, we implemented the sales module for them and integrated one of the things called as click dimensions. And click dimensions, we are a reseller to that in this particular region. It's quite the leader in the marketing automation space within business applications. We also implemented customer service module with field service features as well. Implemented the custom integration between external lead generation sources and bring the data right into Dynamics 365. In a ITITS company, we have gone in and implemented the sales module for generating and closing the leads, customer service module with field service with different automation processes, approval and target processes for the user. Now, in this case, traditionally the company was having the product built in from long time, and they had such a technical component such as HTML web resource, which we have now converted into a Canvas app component as we speak. It is embedded right therein, and that is working with the best and latest and the greatest. And when they approve now, a Power Automate is triggered, and their big solution for the backend is completely removed, and Power Automate is able to handle those scenarios, right? Integrated Dynamics 365 with in-house ERP for processing the orders and payments, right? So they had an in-house ERP developed, and many organizations have that. We have integrated to that as well. Of course, we are trying to leverage now custom connectors as we move forward on this journey, this particular example. Mobile retail store, we implemented the sales module for generating and closing leads. We developed a custom website for generating the orders, integrated them into Dynamics 365. We developed the integration between the e-commerce website, which is built in frameworks such as React. And then we have integrated the payment gateways as well. And we are not talking Power App Portal yet. This is native, what we have done. Multinational energy and service company, we implemented a service module to track the consumer complaints and provide resolution. Field service module to give the door-to-door services. Resco mobile app, yes, that has been also a traditional player apart from Power Platform. and we customize their portals. So yes, that was the arena when we used to call them Dynamics 365 portals for the customer for say raising the service related issues. And of course, we now call it Power App portals, right? So we have done that nature of work as well. Automobile sales and service company, we implemented sales module tracking, customer service module with field service features specifically for automobile industry. Now, what does this company do? In automotive industry, you have tons of models and tons of things, right, that you want to filter. We had gone in and completely built a custom filter in, which is a PCF control kind of arena, Power Apps component framework, and we gave them a Canva app later also to render in, right, for their sales staff to quickly get to the model, to the catalog that they want to have. And then we also implemented integration between Dynamics 365 and finance and operations. This being our true first integrated offering, right? That was a year and a half to two back, and custom Power Apps for users to performing different tasks. The challenge here also very different. So in a typical automobile service company, the cars will come for service, and this is premium segment of cars we are talking, right? So they really need to do marking on, okay, this is the particular area of the car which need to be serviced and fixed. We ended up building a custom PCF control for that arena as well. Why I take all those examples? These are the ones that we have done in our Dynamics 365 Power Platform journey, where I had the independence to share with you. Maybe this is giving you the trends in which the industry is moving. When I talk about other trends, it is one of the market leaders now, right? Dynamics Space as well as Power Platform from Microsoft is the market leader in many reports, including you can have a look at Gartner's latest report, Forrester's latest report. If you want to get in touch through us, we are now present out of three locations, and just based on our sheer learning and dedication and passion towards the technology, we are now at a stage where we are able to deliver from three locations, right? We have recently started our Pune office in the journey to deliver the passion for Dynamics and Power Platform for our customers and partners. If you want to contact us, you can reach out through any of the mediums, our website, our blog, emails out there. We're always there to help you out for a suggestion. And remember one thing, consulting us is free. We don't charge you for that. Thanking you and thanking the D365 Champs community and leads and overall panel to help us uh, come here as a sponsor and be able to support the community as well. If there are any questions with regard to whatever I talked about in the last 25-30 minutes or so, I'm open to them now.
Well, there are no queries, Dipesh. But your session was truly in sync with the theme of our event, that is reinforcing the world digital transformation. And it's truly commendable that you covered all the topics that are really in line with the event theme. So starting with all the sessions that we are having from the beginning today, like the Praveen said that whatever we are heading to in terms of Dynamics 365 and Power Platform, and what we are going to expect and what should we look forward to in terms of technologies, this is really going forward, and we are looking, I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, one thing I can tell you based on the experiences that I have had with this community as well as being one of the co-founders in the company, we are now probably the second biggest followed third party community in the world. That itself reflects the sheer passion for the technology and the learning that we are having and that people are utilizing it. Now, at this stage, 95 to 98% of a Fortune company has some kind of power platform or business applications in them, right? In some space. And bigger companies and this kind of Fortune companies do not pick some technology just like that. That's just sheer scale of where we are. If you looked at the latest numbers, right, this product again had great numbers in terms of Microsoft again really number one company in the world in terms of cap, right? So and this product line has given one of the major founding pillars to that. So that just tells of the delivery that and the platform capability, right, that is happening. And as community, we are able to support that. And so as a provider, we are able to support those scale of implementation. Thank you, Preeti, for all the comments that you made. But I really wanted to summarize where the industry is headed in terms of a trends. At the same time, also act as my other hat of being a sponsor in that particular session. Thank you, Shalini, as well. I think we can stop the recording now if there are no queries.
Thanks, Deepesh, and thanks, Dynamicity. We always have your support in D365 Champs. You always support all the events, and we are very grateful for that.
Well, okay. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. We really appreciate your presence, and we hope that you are taking some powerful learnings today. And thank you, Dipesh, for an amazing session on industry trends in Dynamics 365 and Power Platform and sharing your knowledge with us and being the sole sponsor for this event. Thank you very much.